Now, I can't speak for everyone, but since I've been inside, I've had a lot of time to catch up on some reading. I didn't do it. I've had the time. I'm saying I had the time to do it, but instead I watched a lot of TV, a lot of reality TV, and some would say too much reality TV show. There's a TLC show. It's called I Love Mama's Boy. Do you know that one? It's about a woman who, they fall in love with men who have overbearing mothers. And here's one mom, spends quality time with her son, really.
Hi, good morning.
Welcome to Spa. You must be Annette and Jason?
Yeah, we're here for the couples massage.
Excellent.
It's gonna be good.
Oh yeah. My mom and I love getting massages. It's our alone time and time to catch up.
Well, I just love our mother-son time, you know? Yeah. Well, this looks nice.
Yeah. All right. Oh.
Good?
Already.
Good. When Jason and I go out on a date together, it's a great way for me to spoil him because I can just see how hard he works. He's on his feet all the time, and he has his own family now, and so that quality time together is less and less. So I make a point to invite him to things like a foot massage or a couples massage with his mom.
It's like TLC is trying to out-crazy 2020. Here's a show called Untold Stories of the ER. It's reenactments of real stories that happen in actual emergency rooms.
Having practiced in some of the busiest emergency rooms and worked on the front lines of Iraq, I thought I'd seen it all. But this shocked me. This was a first.
Now he's interrupted by a woman with a shoe in her cheek.
Get your greasy eyeballs off of me!
It's important not to get distracted by the chaos.
That's quite an injury you have there. I'm Dr. Bose.
Yeah, well, I need to get back to work, so can you get this thing out of my face?
She's pretty badly injured and pretty drunk.
You know, I've been drunk, but I've never been heel stuck in my cheek drunk. That's drunk. This next one is called Extreme Cheapstakes, and it's about how far some people will go to save a buck, like this woman.
Christmas means everything to me. Not only is it great to receive gifts, I love giving gifts.
Most people plan to spend an average of $800 on gifts every Christmas. But Sarah has a different idea.
Throughout the year, I take things from my family and they think that it's missing. Then on Christmas, I give it back to them as a gift.
All right, it's time for my gifts.
I have some great gifts that I've lined up to give back to my family this year.
Nisha.
You always make these announcements.
Son, great. Let me see what my sister got me this year.
The box is a little dirty.
Sarah, you cannot be serious. I knew you were gonna love them. You were looking for them, right?
I've been looking for this purse for 3 months. And now you found it.
Aw, you shouldn't have. No, seriously, you shouldn't have stolen my favorite purse. How many of you watch Love Island? Anybody? All right. It's a bunch of single people living together for a summer in hopes of finding love. Most of them don't. I think I know why.
Think about Brexit.
What's that? Like,
where we're leaving the European Union.
I seriously don't have.
So like, it was to leave the EU, so we wouldn't be part of Europe.
EU, which would mean like welfare.
We're just not in the European Union. We're still classed as like being in Europe.
Doesn't it mean it'd be harder to like go to like Spain and stuff?
So it'd be harder to go on holidays.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I love my holidays.
Yeah. Like things we trade with would be cut down.
So does that mean we won't have any trees?
Cheese?
Tree?
Okay, watching that hurt my head more than having a heel in my cheek. Finally, there's a show I heard, it's called Smothered. It's about mothers and daughters who are way, way too close, and I always say if I have to see it, so do you, but I'm not sure you want to see it. You know, we should vote based on some details. Okay, they're in a shower together. Who wants to see it? Okay. Mostly people in the virtual. There's a loofah involved. Still interested? Okay. Bunch of people still want to see it. Goes way, way too long. So, all right, I'll show it. You should be ashamed of yourselves.
Brittany and I, we've always lived together.
And plus, I'm only 19. I haven't moved away. If that was the case, she would probably die from separation anxiety.
And she's probably right. The best way to start our day is in the shower.
Okay? I want you to get back.
And I don't see anything wrong with it.
See, this is why it's so important to vote. You voted to see that. You did. Unfortunately, you voted wrong.